Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about why I stopped shaving my armpits, because this is still, at least in America, a pretty rare decision for a woman to make. So there is really one word that I can tell you about why I stopped doing this in the first place, and it is pandemic. The pandemic happened, and I realized I apparently was only ever shaving when I was going to see other people. And since the pressure and obligation of seeing anybody was off, I apparently just stopped. It wasn't like a decision from here. It was just something that happened. And then I was like, this is weird. As it got a little longer and longer and longer, I was like, okay, this is different. And I was like, I don't know how long my armpits get. I mean, in 5th grade, when I had like the first whisper of a hair, immediately shaved. That never happened. We will never talk about it. And I mean, I continued to shave my armpits. Like, it would get like a little long, like a little, and that would be it, like, and that's only because like my armpits get really irritated when I shave. No matter what I do, my skin is sensitive, and it's not something that can be easily solved. I've tried the creams and the things and all of that. I've done it. So I was like, you know what? I think it's strange that at 30 whatever, when the pandemic happened, I can't even do that math right now, but whatever, 30, I don't know, 35 or something, 36, whatever happened. It's all been a blur since then. Before then, I don't know. But either way, it's weird that I don't know what my body does. Like, I think it's really strange that I didn't know my terminal hair growth. So I have now found out. This is, as long as it gets, this is my terminal hair growth. Here. And here. And I feel good about it, honestly. I go in public and it's still sometimes kind of weird, but honestly, nobody even says anything, and they probably talk about me behind my back or to other people, but honestly, like, I am fine with that. I don't understand all these people, especially like when we were younger. You got something to say to me, you say it to my face. I'm like, no, thank you. No. If you want to talk about me, be my guest, but you go tell someone else. Please don't tell me in the comments section if you don't like what I'm doing and you're gonna be rude. Like, thank you for your support. If you comment, and it expands anybody's algorithm, right? I don't know how people don't understand this. So if you see something you don't like, the most powerful thing you can do is click away instead of like add to it, because YouTube doesn't read your comments. Like, they just think, ooh, people liked it, they typed in, so we're gonna show it to more and more and more and more people. So, the easiest thing to do is just carry on and talk about it with somebody else. So people really haven't been like rude to me. The only person who said stuff to me is my mom, which, like, it bothered me when she said it. Like one time when I was first doing it, and she's like, you could be so beautiful. What? I'm like, excuse me? I am beautiful. Well, that's right. You are beautiful. But you could be even more beautiful. And then, like, one other time she made another comment that, like, it was hurtful at the time. But also, like, I can sit back and see from her perspective as a woman who, was born in the 50s and has grown up so conditioned that this is something women do not do. I remember in 1998 when Julia Roberts had like that whisper of a hair that showed publicly, my mom was pissed about it. I remember I was in 8th grade and my mom was like, you do not do that. It only takes a second to do this. Like, in reading about it, like, that wasn't even a conscious decision for Julia Roberts. She didn't know that her armpits were going to be exposed in that picture. And she didn't understand that it was going to be like a big deal thing. It was just her being herself, and it's something that kind of happened with the camera angle. It wasn't like a commentary on feminism or the human body in any way. But it turned into one, and that's cool. This is how things start. Things happen, people talk, things change. That's cool. So I just decided to really, like, see who I am and radically accept myself in all ways. And that's just going pretty good. You know, it feels good. Even though it's hard to do, it was harder to try to conform to standards that aren't natural to me. It is not natural for me not to have any hair here. And my hair is, as you can see, dark, and I don't know if it's thickish, I don't know. But when I shave, it bothers me. And when I shave, I end up with split end hairs that like both come out of the same hair shaft. And every once in a while, when I'm lucky, I get 3 that come out of the same hair shaft that have now been irritated and shaving. And then I have to like get tweezers and pluck that to restart that. I mean, it's a mess. So I don't want to do that anymore. I have been avoiding making this video because I felt like people are going to bother me in the comment section about it. And I'm at a point where I'm okay with that. Like, it is what it is. It's fine. But I had to go through some internal work to accept myself for who I am. So it's going good. Here are a few frequently asked questions I get about it. What does your husband think? It was different. And he honestly doesn't care anymore. And he's like, I think it might be longer than mine because he will occasionally trim his just so it doesn't get like out of control for him. And he's like, you know, it was different. I didn't expect it, but I love you, and I don't love you because of your armpits or not. And I'm glad you're having fun with it, and just like seeing you with it is fun. You know, now I'm used to it and it's fine, and you're beautiful. You're still beautiful, and you're always going to be no matter what. And that's, you know, nice to hear. Always. No matter what. And you know what? You're beautiful too. No matter what. You're beautiful. So that has been different but fine. And something happened that was like actually really kind of like intimate about it, because one time like we used to shower together a lot, like before kids and life got crazy. And I would shave my armpits with him in the shower with me, but he had to have his back turned. Like, you can't see me do this. We pretend this doesn't happen. I don't even know why there's a razor in this shower. It's certainly not mine. I don't use it because I don't have any hair. I just pretend I am hairless. You know, I am hairless. This is how I am. Turn your back. Let me do my thing. Okay, you may turn around now. So one time we were in the shower and I was trying to cut it with some scissors, because this is terminal now, but I do sometimes manage this. And I was trying to cut it, and it's an awkward thing to do for yourself. I'm like, it's gonna cut myself or stab myself, and it's kind of hard. So he's like, let me help you. And he did it for me, and it was so tender and so loving and so intimate in a way of like closeness and human connection that we don't see anymore, because unfortunately our culture is more like intimacy, make out. Like, intimacy doesn't, it's always like physical intimacy, like let's bang. That's not intimate. Intimate is those heart feelings that might make you want to share your body with somebody. That's intimacy, you know, like that real closeness and that humanity and that connection with another person. So it actually like brought us really, to me, closer in some ways, because we could talk about stuff and help each other in a different way. So another one is, does it stink? No, not any more than I normally stink. Not anymore. Because, like, yes, I do normally stink sometimes. Can't help it. Only one armpit. Only the left one sweats most of the time. And only the left one normally stinks. What does it smell like? Onions. It smells specifically like a sub. Oniony sub. I'm not kidding. My armpits smell like oniony sub. When I have been doing something like strenuous around the house, strenuous like vacuuming or like mild cleaning that might make me sweat, my husband has come home and been like, oh, whoa, where are the subs? Where are they? You got subs for dinner? And like so excited and searching the house for subs that are not there because it's just me. But he's legitimately looking for subs. I did not purchase any. Now we are going to abandon our dinner plans and go get subs because I smell like a sub shop, and I induce such a strong craving that the dinner plans I had are no longer acceptable because now we need a sub. So yeah, that still happens, but that happened before. So I don't know. Do you have like a weird armpit smell? Like, does this happen to you, or is this like a me thing? Because I know everyone has like a certain scent, and at least it's not like bad. Onions are a specific strong scent, but it's not like a bad smell. It's just an oniony smell. So no, I don't smell any more than normal. No, it doesn't itch. I find it so much more comfortable because it's soft. Like, it doesn't itch. My skin isn't irritated. I think it's been really beautiful for my children to see this because they're pretty young still, so they've been seeing this as their life, and it's normal to them, and it's normal for their kids' friends to see it, which I think is a great example. Like, I'm at the pool with my kids with my armpit hair. Their friends see it, everybody sees it, and everybody's been fine with it. But I think it's great for people to see, like, this happens, and that's okay, you know? And we can talk about it, and we can just be ourselves, and that's okay. It's actually really great. And if you choose not to do this, if you always want to shave your armpits, go for it. The thing is like, do it for you. When the pandemic happened, I realized I was never shaving my armpits for me. I was never like, oh, I love this smooth, irritated armpit that now kind of hurts and burns. I love this hamburger that's happening under here. I don't like that. And it's freed up a lot of my mental space, which I didn't even realize. Like, I didn't understand how much you put into, do I need to shave today? Am I going to shower before yoga? Has it been long enough? Like, to think about it more than I realized, which seems so silly, but taking it off my plate is like, pooh, freeing. Don't have to think about it anymore. Don't need to do that. Don't need to think about it. It's done. So that's been kind of cool. It leaves my brain for more important things. Like this. Like this here. If my armpit was the Red Sea, like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, but I think, look, if my armpit was the Red Sea, this is where Moses would cross. Because there's like a natural part through here, which I never understood either. So maybe I've been like hacking at my armpits all wrong when I was shaving because I didn't understand the hair growth, because half goes up and half goes down. And I didn't understand that. So that's been interesting to learn as well, because like shaving as soon as it started coming in, I never saw the pattern. I didn't understand it. I just knew you had to shave from every direction to try and get it. And I would always, when I shaved, I'd always have some like over here that I didn't see that would get like weirdly long. And then I'd be like, whoa, I didn't understand that was happening. And it also leaves up like time for me to take like sexy pictures of myself exposing my armpit hair, because that's a fun pastime. So, I've seen people on the internet, I've seen people dyeing it, but that, like, it looks so cool, and I would love it if I, like, this would look awesome if this was green with a shirt, or, like, ideally I would do it turquoise. But for me, it feels like too many chemicals at this point. Like, especially on my armpit, such a sensitive area where that absorbs right into the body, big pores and stuff. I don't think I'll ever do it. Because you have to bleach it first and then dye it, and it just feels like a lot of chemicals. But we'll see. It might be kind of fun even just to do it once. We'll see if I ever get to it. Obviously, I'll let you know. Do you have any questions? Please let me know below. How are things going with your armpits? How are things going with your life? Whatever. You can let me know. Have a great day. Thank you for being here.